All right, I want to talk about tearing. Okay, I see a lot of guys get cover on C-gap zone, and cover means that the back can't see the defender. He only sees your back. Okay, and what we do is we tear to define that defender. Okay, I see guys get great cover and they get slung. I know one guy that does it with one hand. He gets slung. Okay, what we do, we're trying to get into the armpit of the defender. Okay, let's say I'm going C-gap zone this way. I want to get my left hand in his armpit, his handle, suitcase handle, and I want to get my other hand to protect myself. Okay, and I'm going to tear him to define him. A stalemate, even if you're moving, if it's a stalemate, you lose. Okay, you've got to get control and define this guy. By defining him, you're winning. Okay, if you take him to the sideline, great. And the way to train that, okay, is to tie up two guys, one on defense and a blocker, get the armpit, get a hand on the chest. My great guard, David Harrison, used to grab that chest plate underhand like that, and take another guy and just have him come over, let those two guys start grappling, because C-gap's a wrestling match, and let him come over and just snap that defender, and the blocker will feel it. And he wants to get it into his gap. Even though the gap is expanding, he wants to get that defender defined in his gap and running him. And if ideally, he'd run him off the line of scrimmage. If you go back to my old C-gap stuff, you'll see a couple of guys just taking a guy at an angle off the line of scrimmage. All right? But that tear, okay, it's up and this way. It's a torque, but you got to get up. You got to try and get that defender on one leg, and you want to tear that defense apart. That's what we're doing, okay? Don't get slung on the C-gap zone. Cover doesn't mean anything other than he's covered. You got to define him.